Now time to say thank you. It's 6:10 p.m.
Hey, what's going on Facebook? Got my sunflower plants here, and I guess the sun was too hot, or I don't know. You know, I told y'all I don't have a green thumb, so okay. It is what it is. It ain't doing no good, man. I told y'all that. Well, hello there, Miss Paulette. Give me a stand up here on my ladder, because you know, y'all know I'm very short. Stand up here and yell out really loud. Hello, West Alameda. It's after 6 o'clock. Time to give a shout out and thank you to all the frontline essential workers, to the doctors, the nurses, the longshoremen, the bus drivers, the truck drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores, the hotels, the restaurants, sanitation workers, postal employees, counselors, teachers, parents. So please, if you can hear my voice, would you clap your hands, honk your horns, shout, make some noise. Well, hello, Alma. How you doing? Okay, so hope everybody's doing good. This is it's a really beautiful day out here. Ooh, there's a parking spot. I should have went to get it. I don't know why, but anyway, everything's really beautiful today. It was a really beautiful day. Did get outside for a minute. Wore my mask as always, and yeah. Okay, well, let me go inside and do this thing on the shout out. I appreciate y'all coming on here, and okay. I have not done my 2 for Tupac a couple days, so I guess I'm going to have to read them today. So, today is day 513. It's the 513th day since April 1st, 2020, when I started doing this, standing on the balcony and yelling out to West Alameda, to my neighbors, or just talking about, saying thank you to the front line. Wow. Even when I'm not here in Alameda, wherever I happen to be, that's where I'll do it at. So, today, August 26th, what we have is, right here throughout the world, 4,490,299. In the United States, 650,881. And in the Philippines, 32,728. These are people who have died all over the world, right here in this country, and also in the Philippines. Yesterday, on August the 25th, it was 4,480,110 around the world, 649,653 in the United States. And I don't have anything for the Philippines from yesterday because I just added the whole thing for the Philippines as of today. And April the 9th, 2020, 263,000 around the world, 16,200 right here in the United States back in April 2020. So, prayers and thoughts. There was a suicide bomb attack at the Kabul airport. Taliban suicide bomber blew himself up in the process of doing it. He killed 13 American Marines and 60 Afghan civilians. It was like over 170 Americans and Afghans were wounded by the bomb. So I ask you to keep them in your prayers and in your thoughts because, I've already told you how I feel about the whole thing. There's really nothing else I can say about it. I mean, wish we could have did it differently. I wish they would have kept Bagram Air Force Base open, and I wish they would have just bombed the hell out of the Taliban. They would have supported the Afghan National Army fighting against the Taliban. That would have helped. But, I mean, we can do all the wish you woulda, coulda, shoulda, did this and did that, which we didn't do. So it is what it is. You know what the word BAHALA NA means? BAHALA NA means it is what it is. That's all it is. It is what it is. I mean, I can wish everything I can, but I can't change it. So, all right. Prayers and thoughts. As you keep your prayers and thoughts for recovery for Florencia Cookie Murphy. She's currently in the hospital recovering from surgery. And also for my daughter, Malika Dixon Kent. Hopefully they'll release her today. My sister, she had her surgery the other day, so we're just waiting for her to recover so they can, let her come home. So please keep them in your thoughts, both of them. And also Melena Watkins, she didn't ask for prayers and thoughts for her loved one, Javon Mohammed, who is an aid worker in Haiti. But since she had it on Facebook, I'm going to sit up here and say, keep her loved one in your prayers and thoughts. I mean, doing aid work in Haiti, helping the people out there right after the big earthquake and everything. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And prayers and thoughts for Javon Mohammed doing work in Haiti. Also, Artisha Goins she's asking for prayers for her older sister. She didn't say why. It doesn't matter why, but, if you can pray for her sister, please do so. If, keep them in your thoughts. Keep her in your thoughts. Keep all these people in your thoughts, in your prayers. Let's go to birthday and anniversary. Here we go. Kerry Lopez Russell. Okay, to my knowledge, this Lopez is not one of my relatives from the Philippines. I doubt that very seriously. Retha Robinson. Retha is awesome. Retha was working for the San Francisco Foundation. Oh, man. Back in the day when we were given a grant here on the west side of Alameda, and she is an amazing person. Today is her birthday. Retha, happy birthday to you. Ed Nash, what's up with you, bro? How you doing? And Elena Bachtel. Elena was one of my students at Chipman Middle School next door when we had Cadet Corps, and she was one of those who was always on time, always took care of her business. Elena, happy birthday to you. And Brianna Melanie, Stephanie Clark, Jen Tolentino, Preston Walker, Darcel Davis, Kaleo Johnson. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Now we got a shout out coming from Richard Cruz for his grandson, Makai. And that's funny, he has a grandson by the name of Makai. And I also have a grandson by the name of Makai. And my grandson, Makai, just had a birthday not too long ago. Let me see, let me look and see what his birthday is. I'm looking up here on this list. So, yeah, Makai's birthday was in 2000. So Makai is actually 21. And I believe Richard Cruz said his grandson, Makai, is 20. So happy birthday to you, Makai, grandson of Richard Cruz. And also, how about 40 years of being with your wife? Carl Randolph has been with his wife for 40 years. He had a picture on Facebook with him and his wife. I don't know how old they were at the time, but Carl was looking like a little Michael Jackson with a whole lot of hair. But hey, happy 40-year anniversary. Olea Harris, she is giving a shout out for her great grandmother who just turned 101 years. Happy birthday to the great grandmother of Olea Harris. Dang, 101 years. You know what? I want to make it to 101 years. Yeah, I want to make it to 100. I'll settle for 91, 81. I'm already at 72, going on 73. So yeah, I would like to get up there. That would be cool. And y'all, how about this? Angela Bassett. Today is her birthday. Angela Bassett is 63 years old. So happy birthday, Angela. I love you. You are awesome. Yes, ma'am. You are really awesome. Okay, and let's go over here and talk about this. The Retirees Breakfast Club. Got this light all up in the thing. Retirees Breakfast Club is at the Buttercup at 1000 Cotton Street in Oakland. It will be held next month on Wednesday, September the 8th, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. It's on 880 off the 23rd Avenue exit. So y'all know we meet once a month, and we always meet the first Tuesday of the month. But because of the holiday, we decided, Admiral Freed has decided, that we will have it on Wednesday. So that's what we're doing, Wednesday, September the 8th. But normally, we always do the Breakfast Club on Tuesday. So keep that in your mind. All right. I don't know how many of you guys, Facebook friends, how many of you ATU 192 members are calling and making a complaint. But, you know, hey, all I can do is bring it to your attention. I went and did an interview at the Union Hall. I interviewed union members. I showed you the conditions and the situation outside of our Union Hall. And that's all I can do. And call the number, Oakland 311. There's the phone number, 510-615-5566, and complain about the conditions outside of the Union Hall. All I can do is bring it to your attention, and if you choose to do it, that's great. If you choose not to do it, hey, BAHALA NA. It is what it is. Then when you do call and get somebody on the line, they will tell you that you have to send an email to the homelessness@oaklandca.gov. And I did all of that, and a gentleman by the name of Pete Dunlap got back to me, got at my phone number and called me and said, look, I'm going to go and check it out. And that's what he did. He actually came, went over there, checked out what was going on, which I thought was really good, because a lot of times people, people in authority, people in City Hall, we gonna go look at it, and they don't do a damn thing. But he actually went and did it and looked. And then he called me and he said, look, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news, well, the bad news is there's so many homeless camps and the cars and everything else to build up over there. We can't do anything about it. We did file, but we are in a backlog. So if you guys know anything about Oakland, we have homeless camps all over Oakland. So we are on the list officially, which means months, maybe years. I don't know. Now, the good news is they've decided that they will start doing weekly garbage pickups. So that is a good thing, right? Weekly garbage pickups. That's more than what we had before. So that's what's going on that note. And I don't have any grandchildren here. I don't have my niece Michaela. All I have, which means all you have, is me. And so that's who. Whoa. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. You got to make sure when you do this thing good enough so it don't fall down. Okay, so that's what's up.
Hi, this is an unknown number. Please press 1 to answer. Press 2 to annihilate the caller in 20 seconds. But
all right, I'll call them back. But anyway, like I said, I have not done Tupac for, I think, 2 nights in a row. I think it's time for me to do Tupac. Okay? I just need to figure out which of these poems by Tupac am I going to read. All right, here we go. This is one by Tupac, which is entitled A Love Unspoken. What of a love unspoken? Is it weaker without a name? Does this love deserve to exist without a title? Because I dare not share its name, does that make me cruel and cold? To deny the world of my salvation because I chose to let it grow. People tend to choke that which they do not understand. And why shouldn't I be weary and withhold this love from man? What of a love unspoken no one ever knows? But this is a love that lasts, and in secrecy it grows. All right. I don't have any comment because I'm not even sure where that's going. What of a love unspoken? So I don't know. Does this love deserve to exist without a title because I dare not share its name? I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think, because I don't know. I got a suspicion, and I'm going to have to talk to my better half about that later because I'm not sure what that means. And then when I'm just going to leave it alone. Okay. This one is called Forever and Today by Tupac. You say that you'll love me forever, but what about today? As the dusk becomes dawns and the years pass on, will you love me the same way? If so, let us rejoice and bathe in constant pleasure. If not, spare my heart today, and I shall recover before forever. And if my doubts and questions upset you, forgive my fragile heart. I just wanted to know if you'd love me forever before today would start. Okay, but I don't have no doubts and I don't have no questions. And in my fragile heart, I know my honey gonna love me. Okay, because this I truly do believe. So this does not apply to me. Actually, whatever I read ain't really trying to apply to me. It's for whoever just happens to be listening and see if that would apply to you or yours or whatever the situation may be. Some of these things I read will apply to me, and I'll let you know. Or at least what I do is just give you my thoughts. And Tupac was heavy. Okay, this was dedicated on the 2nd of April. It says, wife for life. I hope you heard me when I asked you that night to be my wife. Not for this year or next, but mine for all your life. To accept me when I sin and understand me when I fail. Not to mention standing in the rain, which comes down as hard as hell. I am not the best of men. My faults would scare the night, but my heart is always pure to my wife for life. That's my wife for life. You hear me? I said my wife for life. Yeah, that's my wife for life. All right. All right, one more. Normally I do 2 for Tupac, but I ain't did nothing for Tupac in a minute. So I'm gonna need some water, y'all. Okay. This is called Tears from a Star. And it says, for me and April. So this right here is Tupac's handwriting. And when he wrote all this, he gave it to his manager, and his manager saved it, which I think was really cool, because a lot of times when you think of Tupac, you don't think of him as being a poet. Although all of his songs and everything that he wrote was poetry in itself, but this is like poetry I can kind of relate to. My tears, they fall with passion, like tears conceived from stars, full of brightness and energy, seen only from afar. Tonight these tears are full of pain, but also I can feel relief from my heart, because the stigma is revealed. Unfaithful and unforgiven, I cannot bear to let this be, so I must be pure to only her for eternity. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, my baby know I'm down with her. I'm down with her. She know this. I don't even need to. I'm not taking her for granted. You don't take nobody for granted, okay? That's the worst thing you can do. The best thing you can ever do in a relationship is communication. And when there's a problem, the best thing you can do is say, hey, can we talk about this? And sometimes when you talk about things, it's really hard because I believe that a person's opinion is based on a person's experience in life. And sometimes the person who you're involved with may not have the same kind of opinion because they have not had the same kind of experience. They might have had a different experience in life, which is why they think the way they think, and you think the way you think because of your experience. And, and your opinion is based on your experience. Some people base their opinions on what other people tell them, or what they read, or what they saw, or however that might be. I tend to believe that an opinion that comes from your own personal experience is a lot better, because then you actually can say, you know how you was always told, don't touch your stove. You touch your stove, you're gonna burn your hand when you're a little kid. Yeah. So you don't touch the stove because that's your mama say, you better not touch that stove, boy. You're gonna burn your hand. If I catch you touching that stove, I'm gonna smack you on that behind. So you don't touch the stove. But then one day, mama ain't looking, and you just curious, and you touch that damn stove and burn your fingers. So now you have that experience of being able to say, oh yeah, mama said don't touch that stove and I'm going to burn my hand. But now my experience is I actually touched that damn stove and I burned my hand, so I ain't going to do it no more. So I believe that personal experience is the better basis for an opinion. And I believe that that's what people have. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. I hope everybody, for those of you who choose to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. For those of you who don't, hey, BAHALA NA. It is what it is. Can't nobody tell you what to do. I wish I could. And I will go back every day to this cartoon that I saw on Facebook. You guys already know the cartoon. If you've been watching me or you listening to me or whatever, you've already heard me say it. But just in case, I'm going to tell you again. Because somebody else is going to come on here later and look at this because they're not on here right now. Two men. I need to bring me a... No, I ain't going to do that. Two men. Both of them is naked. One man pees on the second man. So the man is getting peed on. He ain't got no protection, so he getting peed on. You know that's gonna make you mad. You gonna want to fight, but hey, getting peed on. Second cartoon, same two men. The second man now has on pants. He's wearing pants. First man, the guy that came up here and peed the first time, he still ain't got no damn pants on. So now he pee on the man with the pants on. The man with the pants on, he got a little bit of protection, right? He got some protection, but he's still getting peed on by that first dude. First dude, he peeing on him. Second dude, he got on pants and he getting peed. So he's still hella mad. Now we go to the third and the last cartoon. Man got his pants on. Number two man got his pants on. And number one man is wearing pants. Whoa, good. Good job. We glad you wearing pants. And the number one man, the man has been doing the peeing on the number two man, he's still peeing. But he peeing inside of his pants. So he ain't getting no pee on the number two man because his pee is inside his pants. He getting his own self wet. So, I hope that explains to you why people should wear a mask. Or, don't pee on me. I mean, because if you actually did pee on me in real life, then we would fight. I'm sorry. I might be old, but ain't no damn way you gonna pee on me and we not gonna fight. Okay? I don't give a damn. Anyway, that's the whole thing. Wear a mask, protect others, and protect yourself. Okay? That's all I can say. So I'm out of here, y'all. Bahala na. It is what it is. Mabuhay, Amandla Uwetu, Harambe, Ashe, Hokahe, Jayu, que viva la raza. Mahalo. I know some more. Okay. Shalom. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Insha'Allah. Wakanda forever. And my niece ain't here, but I'm going to do this anyway because she likes it when I do it. Power. Peace. Is that love? Is that heart? Heart, I guess. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me, and I hope everybody, please pray for me and mine, and know that I am praying for you and yours every day when I say my prayers. I'm saying one of those prayers where I'm asking that anybody who is in need in prayers, I'm asking God to take care of that person or those persons who are in need of prayer. You know, stay safe, stay strong. And if God lets me wake up tomorrow, Insha'Allah, which means it is the will of God. I told y'all I met my Filipino relatives from the Philippines, the Lopez family, and they taught me this little song thing. I can't sing it, but they did tell me the words and tell me what it means. So I'm going to share that with you. If I can do it without all this light on it. Let's see. Excuse all the glare. Now, y'all know I can't speak Filipino. But anyway, it's Bukas na muli tayo, makikita paalam na sayo. Tomorrow we will meet again. Goodbye to you. I was told this was kind of like a song, but I just like the way it says. So, Bukas na muli tayo, makikita paalam na sayo. Tomorrow we will meet again. Goodbye to you. I assume goodbye to you means like goodbye for right now, you know, and I would add to this the words Insha'Allah, which is it's the will of God, or God's will, or if God let me wake up tomorrow, we will meet again. Okay, so I don't like to say goodbye. Saying goodbye is like something final, so I don't want to say goodbye, but that's what pa'alam. Pa'alam means goodbye. I wish it was a word where I could say I'll see you later, or I'm gonna have to ask my cousins, my nephews and my nieces in the Philippines. How can I say something where, you know, it's the will of God, or if God lets us wake up, lets me wake up so I can get back on here. But anyway, hey y'all, that's it for me. I'm up out of here. Oh, y'all don't know, that's Macario Sakai. Macario Sakai, he was one of the last of the Filipino revolutionaries who fought against the Americans during the American-Filipino War. He continued to fight the Americans after Emilio Aguinaldo surrendered. Emilio Aguinaldo surrendered, I think, in 1901 or 1902. So Emilio Aguinaldo would be like the George Washington of the United States. Okay? And so, like, if you can imagine George Washington being captured by the British, and then George Washington telling all the colonial troops, all the patriots who had rebelled against Great Britain. And George Washington said, okay, I done got captured, so I want everybody to surrender, lay down your weapons, and do what the British want. The war is over. And then, the British say, okay, mission accomplished, and we're not going to hang George Washington for being a traitor. We're going to let him live, and we will be nice to George Washington. That's basically what the Americans did to Emilio Aguinaldo. You got to also remember that Emilio Aguinaldo was an ilustrado, which means he was a rich man. I'm not sure if he was a plantation owner. George Washington was a plantation owner. George Washington was also a slave owner. George Washington owned a whole bunch of slaves. So I don't know about Emilio Aguinaldo other than the fact that he was an ilustrado. Also about the fact that he was the one that ordered Andres Bonifacio executed during the war between Spain and the Filipino Revolution. And that Emilio Aguinaldo, who was the president of the Philippines before the Americans captured him, that he was also the one who ordered the execution of Antonio Luna. Antonio Luna was like one of the best generals the Filipino army had. He had even tried to start a West Point Academy for Filipinos. He warned Aguinaldo, don't trust the Americans. Don't trust the Americans. They lying to you. They're going to trick us and the whole bit. Aguinaldo didn't want to listen to him because Aguinaldo, as an ilustrado, did not believe in listening to anybody. Okay. So anyway, back to this man here, Macario Sakay. Macario Sakay and some of the other Filipino generals who were in revolt against the Americans, they continued to fight. Sakay kept on fighting, and then there was a councilman, another ilustrado. Ilustrado means like one of the rich people. He convinced Sakay, come on down to the village, and under a flag of truce, we're going to have a big ball, and we can talk about negotiations with the American government. The American government is willing to allow Filipinos to have a certain amount of autonomy. So Sakay did. He came down to the village or wherever the town was or whatever, came down with some of his men, and they had a big ball, a fiesta, and everybody was dancing and all this stuff. And then at a certain time, the Americans had surrounded the house, and all the women left, and Sakay and all his men who had come in with him were captured by the Americans, and then Sakay was hanged, executed by the Americans. Moral of the story is, you don't trust your own people, because he trusted this Filipino ilustrado. I can't even think of his name. He trusted him when he said, the Americans were willing to negotiate, and Americans had no intention of negotiating. They had already declared Sakay and all of his followers as being bandoleros or outlaws. Okay, so you can imagine if once George Washington surrendered and George Washington told all the Patriot Army to lay down their weapons, and those who continued to fight, and the British said, well, you're not even revolutionary soldiers anymore. You are now outlaws. So that's what the Americans did. They declared all the Filipinos who continued fighting as being bandoleros and outlaws and common criminals, and that's why they hung Sakay. And capturing him under a flag of truce did not mean anything, because he wasn't part of the Filipino Revolutionary Army. He was an outlaw. You don't negotiate with outlaws. You just hang them. And that's what they did. So anyway, that's my little spiel on Filipino history. Y'all know I'll be getting down with my little history stuff, and that's what's up with that. Just want to let you know who Sakay is. Okay, y'all. Have a good night. Stay safe. Stay strong. I need to go get me some water because my mouth's getting dry from yipping and yapping too much. That's all I just, yeah. All right, peace.